Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Finishing Blow. Hopefully you guys have been having an awesome week. It has been a very interesting week. It was the week of announcements, I guess you could call it. Not a lot of trailers, but a lot of interesting news. So I want to go ahead and start into it and see what you guys think about some of this stuff. So first, there were some new photos that Film Combat Syndicate got a hold of, which were for Once Upon a Time in Vietnam. Now, some of these were promotional posters, and other ones were actual, like merchandise, I guess you could call them, like the motorcycle that was used in the film, popcorn containers, things like that. So, very interesting things. I think that it's a cool way to market it, and that a lot of people will be excited to see the actual pieces that were used on the set, you know, the costumes and things like that. Now, for the movie itself, I'm not super hyped about it yet. I don't think it's going to be the greatest film ever coming out like a lot of people do, but I mean, I'll give it a shot. I just I'm going to keep my bar kind of low on this one, but for those of you that are interested, there's a lot of cool pictures, so you should definitely check those out. And then following that up, some images for The Last of the Best, and also some new details. Now, not a lot of stuff is known about this film yet, besides the fact that Donnie Yen's going to be in it, and he's playing a former police officer that accidentally killed somebody, and he has to help the police now track down a killer. Interesting concept. I feel like it's been slightly reused with the whole accidental killing. Donnie tends to accidentally kill people pretty often. But what's interesting is that Donnie said he's going to be paying homage to past films and things like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see, given the fact that some of these martial arts legends have passed away this year, some homages to their legacy as well as some other maybe well-known films. That would be really, really cool. And it'd be really cool to see like Jimmy Wang Yu back in a film with Donnie, you know, after Dragon or Wu Sha. So things like that I think would be really interesting. But yeah, there's nothing huge right now, but they are filming the movie, and I'm excited for it. I'm curious to see how they do it and how it's going to be different from the other films that he's doing. But we'll get back to Donnie in a little bit. So anyways, yeah, Last of the Best, which I almost called The Last of Us because of a certain video game which I liked a lot. But totally different topic. If you haven't played it yet, though, definitely check it out. But anyways, Last of the Best. Looks very interesting. I like the concept of it, and should be a very solid film. Okay, and then, of course, did the fight of the week. This week was a very, very short, what was it, the double knee KO, and then also the somewhat longer clandestine video. So if you have not checked those out yet, please give them a look. They are very, very fun and very different, and that's always a good thing when it comes to the fight of the week. So check those out. And then following that up, Scott Adkins and Wu Jing are doing their thing, I guess you could call it, it's called Warg, I guess. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. It's W-A-R-G. It's Nordic for wolf, so we'll just call it wolf. But it looks like the two guys are actually having a really good time with this film. There's not a lot when it comes to the plot of the film. I don't know if it's going to be something very intricate, or if it's going to be more like Commando, as some people have been referencing it to be. I don't know, but to be honest with you, I really don't care. I want to see Wu Jing and Scott Adkins go at it, and it looks like they will be fighting at least a little bit. And it looks like the guys are having a lot of fun on the set, which is a great thing, you know, to see people actually enjoy filming a movie as opposed to where you see like the hardened looks and things like that. Sometimes it's just nice to see them having a good time. So the movie should be pretty promising. Scott Adkins is a busy man, so hopefully he's not too burnt out, but it looks like filming is going well, and I will definitely keep you guys posted when I learn more about this movie. Okay, next up, now we get to the announcement part of things. So you guys have probably heard of a person called Wong Fei-hung. Yeah. I don't want to say everybody because that's kind of overshadowing, I guess, or just being really, really broad, but there are a lot of martial arts stars that have played Wong Fei-hung before. Big and small, but the thing is, Wong Fei-hung apparently is getting a reboot. It's called Rise of a Legend, and apparently it's going to be another franchise. They haven't said exactly who's going to be in the films. They have said that it's going to focus on the younger years of Fei-hung, which could be interesting, but at the same time, we've also seen like a very, very young Wong Fei-hung, if you've seen Iron Monkey. So I don't know what we're talking about here. I'm thinking like teen years, but then that brings up the question of who's going to play Wong Fei-hung. Is it going to be a new star? Is it going to be somebody who's already well known? I'm hoping it's somebody new, because that would be awesome to have somebody who, you know, like embodies that character. Pretty much like Jet Li, I think. You know, I mean, I love the Drunken Master films, but at the same time, when I think of Wong Fei-hung, I think of Jet Li and his portrayal of Wong Fei-hung. So, I don't know what you guys think about it, but definitely give me your 2 cents on it. If you think it's too early for a Wong Fei-hung, because obviously, I don't want to say obviously, maybe they've been doing it for a while, but I feel like they're riding the Ip Man bandwagon. It's like Ip Man was trendy and a thing, and now they want to go back to Wong Fei-hung. I don't know if it's going to be good or not, but you never know. So take it for what you will. But yes, it's coming, whether we want it to or not. And then on the next day, SPL2 was announced. Now, I don't know exactly what's going to happen with this film. I'm not going to try to get too much into spoilers for the people who haven't seen SPL or Killzone, whichever you call it. It's going to have to be a prequel, in my mind. And I think if they're going to do it, it's going to have to be like Infernal Affairs, where it's going to be more of the whole integration of the gangs and learning more about the leaders. I think that would be the best way to do it. But yes, apparently it has gotten the green light, and nothing else has been confirmed. I've heard that Donnie Yen is locked in as the star. I don't know if that's 100% true or not. And then obviously there were the rumors of Sammo Hung and Tony Jaa being in the film as well, which would be very interesting. But nothing is solid as of yet. It's just past the preliminary, like, censorship, I guess you could call it, for the film. So the script has been approved, and they should be filming here shortly, but I will keep you guys posted as I learn more. Okay, and lastly, did a review for a Japanese film called Salvaged Mice. It was interesting. I felt like watching something different, and Japan has films that are very hit or miss, but Salvaged Mice is a little bit different for me because of where the setting is. It's set in Hiroshima, which is actually where my mom is from, so I've been to a lot of the locations that they filmed at. So that was really interesting to see. I don't know if that put a bias on my review or not. I tried to be as, like, honest as possible, but that's part of my honesty, is like I am half Japanese, and I guess I kind of consider Hiroshima my quote-unquote stomping grounds, even though I'm not really from there. But since my mom is, I guess I have some kind of like connection to that in some way. Does that make any sense? But I was kind of not baffled, but just, I don't know why they chose the people to do the theme song for the film when they're not from Hiroshima, because there's a really big group called Porno Graffiti. If you guys watch a lot of animes, they've done like the opening of GTO or Fullmetal Alchemist. I know, it's martial arts film site, but anyways, those guys are from Hiroshima, so it would have been really cool to see them do like a theme song for the film to really drive that whole location home. But I don't know if they just didn't want to do it or what it was, but this movie will put Hiroshima in your face like pretty much any Thai film will. So if you go into it knowing that, it may not be as bad, or if you have no idea about Hiroshima, then you probably won't notice the landmarks and stuff anyways. But interesting film. I don't know. Check out my review and see what you think about it, and that's really all I have. So like I said, it wasn't a huge week, but a lot of interesting news. So feel free to comment and let me know what you're most excited for, what you think is going to be great, what you think is just a bad idea, makes you want to facepalm. I'm really curious about both. So with the reboots and the sequels and things like that, a lot of stuff to cover. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching these videos. I do appreciate it, and I will see you guys next week. So that's all I got. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. This is K Miller, and this week has been finished.